Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I'm Nora.
And I'm George. Hello, everyone.
How are you today, George?
Honestly, very sleepy, but happy.
Sleepy and happy? That's an interesting mix.
I woke up late again this morning.
Again? That is becoming a habit.
Yes, a bad habit, I know.
What happened this time?
My alarm went off, I just turned it off and slept again.
Oh no, that is very common.
Then I ran around my apartment like a crazy person.
I actually love my mornings. I feel very calm.
Calm? How is that even possible?
I have a simple morning routine. It helps a lot.
A routine? Like rules?
Not rules, just small steps every day.
Okay, now I am curious. Tell me everything.
Today we are talking about morning routines.
Yes, how to talk about your morning in English.
Simple words, simple sentences. Perfect for beginners like you.
Excited, I need this. Let's start.
But first, let's take a quick moment.
If this podcast helps you, please hit that like button.
And subscribe too, so you never miss an episode.
It really helps us keep making these for you.
Let's start with the first step, waking up.
Oh, I know this one. I wake up.
Good, but we often say, I wake up for the moment your eyes open.
And then?
Then we say, I get up. That means you leave the bed.
Wait, those are different?
Yes, waking up is your eyes opening. Getting up is your body leaving the bed.
Okay, so I can wake up and still stay in bed.
Exactly. Many people do that every day.
That is definitely me.
It's like a phone alarm. The alarm rings, but you don't move.
Yes, that's exactly like my phone.
So first, I wake up. Then, I get up.
Got it. Wake up, get up. Two different actions.
Perfect. Now, what do you do after you get up?
I check my phone. Is that bad?
Many people do that, but let's talk about the classic routine.
Okay, classic routine. Go on.
After getting up, most people say, I brush my teeth.
Brush my teeth. Okay, I know that one.
And then, I take a shower or I have a shower.
Both are correct?
Yes, in American English, we usually say take a shower. In British English, have a shower.
Really? I didn't know that.
Small difference, but both are correct and common.
Okay, take a shower, have a shower. Got it.
After the shower, we say, I get dressed.
Get dressed. That means put on clothes?
Exactly right.
Oh, good. I guessed correctly.
You're doing great today.
Thank you.
Now here's a useful tip. Think of your morning like making a sandwich.
A sandwich? How is that related?
Well, a sandwich has steps, right? Bread, then filling, then more bread.
Yes?
Your morning is the same. One step comes after another. Wake up, get up, brush your teeth, take a shower, get dressed.
Oh, I like that. Like layers.
Exactly. Simple layers, one after another.
Okay, so what comes after get dressed?
After get dressed, we usually say, I have breakfast.
Have breakfast, not eat breakfast?
Both are fine. Have breakfast and eat breakfast are both common.
Oh, good. One less thing to worry about.
English gives you options sometimes.
I like options.
What do you usually have for breakfast, George?
Just coffee, maybe some toast if I'm not too late.
So you could say, I have coffee and toast for breakfast.
I have coffee and toast for breakfast. Nice. That sounds natural.
It does. Very natural.
What about you, Nora?
I always have tea and some fruit. Simple and quick.
I have tea and fruit for breakfast.
Perfect sentence.
I'm actually building real sentences now.
You are. This is exactly how English learning works. Small pieces put together.
Like the sandwich.
Yes, exactly like the sandwich.
Okay, what's next after breakfast?
After breakfast, many people say, I leave the house, or I leave for work.
Leave the house. Leave for work. Got it.
You can also say, I head to work, which is a little more casual.
Head to work. Like my head goes to work?
Not literally. Head to just means go to.
Oh, I pictured something strange for a second.
That's okay. That happens with new phrases.
So, head to work means I go to work.
Exactly.
Okay, let me try the whole thing. Wake up, get up, brush my teeth, take a shower, get dressed, have breakfast, head to work.
Wow, George, that was perfect.
I actually said that without stopping.
See, your morning routine is now an English lesson.
I never thought about my boring morning like this.
It's not boring anymore. It's useful.
True. Every day, free English practice.
There's one more useful phrase. Get ready.
Get ready? Like get ready for a party?
Similar idea. Get ready means doing everything before you leave.
So it's not one action. It's all the actions together.
Exactly. Wake up, shower, get dressed. That whole process is getting ready.
I need 30 minutes to get ready.
Perfect example.
I actually need more like an hour.
That's okay too. Everyone is different.
What about time words like early and late?
Good question. We usually say, I wake up early or I wake up late.
I wake up early, I wake up late.
And if you want to be specific, you can say, I wake up at 7.
I wake up at 7.
Simple. Very simple. And very useful.
This whole routine really is like a sandwich, layer after layer.
I'm glad that idea is helping you.
It really is. My brain understands food better than grammar.
Many people feel the same way. Let's add one more useful tool, sequencing words.
Sequencing words? That sounds complicated.
It's not. It just means words like first and then.
Oh, like when I'm telling a story.
Exactly like that. They help your sentences connect.
Give me an example.
First, I wake up. Then, I brush my teeth. After that, I take a shower.
First, then, after that. I like this pattern.
There's one more. Finally, for the last step.
Finally, I leave for work.
Perfect. Now try the whole thing with me.
Okay. First, I wake up. Then, I get up.
Good. Keep going.
After that, I brush my teeth and take a shower.
Excellent.
Finally, I have breakfast and head to work.
Wow, George, that was a full story about your morning.
It really was, and it wasn't hard at all.
That's the goal. Small words that connect big ideas.
Sequencing words are like the string on a necklace.
That's a lovely way to say it.
The steps are like beads. The words hold them together.
I love that. Simple but true.
So now I have two tools, the sandwich for steps and the necklace for words.
Exactly. Use them together and your English sounds smooth.
Smooth. I like that word.
It means natural with no stops or breaks.
Smooth English. That's my new goal.
A wonderful goal to have. A wonderful goal to have.
Can I ask you something? What about weekends?
Of course. Weekends are usually a little different for most people.
How different exactly?
On weekdays, I wake up early. On weekends, I wake up late.
On weekdays, on weekends. I really like that pattern.
It helps you compare two different kinds of days easily.
So I could say, on weekdays, I rush. On weekends, I relax completely.
Perfect sentence, George. That was very natural.
I keep surprising myself in this episode.
There's one more useful tool for talking about mornings, frequency words.
Frequency words? What exactly does that mean?
Words like always, usually, sometimes, and never.
Oh, I think I already used some of those.
Good. They tell us how often something happens.
Give me a simple example, please.
I always drink coffee in the morning, every single day.
I always drink coffee too. That part is easy.
See, you already understand the word always.
What about the word usually?
Usually means most of the time, but not 100%.
I usually check my phone before I even get up.
That's a very honest example, George.
Well, it's completely true.
Now, sometimes means it happens, but not very often.
I sometimes skip breakfast when I'm running late.
And never means it doesn't happen at all.
I never wake up before 6, not even on weekends.
Impressed. All 4 words, 4 perfect examples.
This is easier than I expected it to be.
Think of it like a thermometer. Always is hot, never is cold.
A thermometer? Explain that a little more.
Always is 100% hot, never is 0% completely cold.
And usually and sometimes sits somewhere in the middle.
Exactly. Usually is closer to hot, sometimes is closer to cold.
That actually makes a lot of sense to me now. Where do these words usually go in a sentence?
I have no idea. Where do they go? Right before the main verb. I always drink coffee.
So not, I drink always coffee.
No, that sounds a little strange in English.
Good thing I asked you first then.
The word comes right before the verb. Always, usually, sometimes, never.
I usually take a shower at night, not in the morning.
Oh, really? You shower at night?
Yes, that way I don't have to rush in the morning.
That's actually a very smart little routine, George.
Thank you. Finally something smart from me today.
Oh, you've been smart this whole episode, honestly.
One more question. What do people say about getting to work?
Good question. We often say, I commute to work.
Commute? That sounds like a big, complicated word.
It just means the trip between your home and work.
Oh, so I could say, my commute is 20 minutes.
Exactly right. That's a perfect natural sentence.
My commute is short. I just walk to the office.
Even better, short commutes are always nice.
Okay, can we practice everything together now? Can I try?
Please do. I really want to hear your full morning.
On weekdays, I wake up at 7, usually with 3 alarms.
Good start, anyway.
I usually get up slowly. Then I brush my teeth quickly.
Keep going. This sounds really great so far.
I take a shower at night, so I skip that part.
Smart, remember? We already talked about that.
After that, I get dressed and have breakfast.
What do you usually have for breakfast?
I always have coffee. Honestly, that part never changes.
And finally?
Finally, I commute to work, usually a few minutes late.
That was wonderful, George. Truly, truly wonderful.
I just told my whole morning in English.
You did, and it sounded very smooth and natural.
Can we do a quick question game, like a real conversation?
I love that idea. I'll ask, and you simply answer.
Okay, I'm ready. Ask me anything.
What time do you usually wake up?
I usually wake up at 7, but sometimes at 8.
Do you shower in the morning or at night?
I take a shower at night, never in the morning.
What do you always have for breakfast?
I always have coffee. Honestly, that part never changes.
And how is your commute to work?
My commute is short. I usually walk. It only takes 10 minutes.
Impressed. Perfect answers every single time, George.
This actually feels like a real conversation now.
Because it is one. You're not just repeating words anymore.
You're right. I actually understand what I'm saying.
That understanding is the biggest step in learning any language.
Okay, let me try to remember everything from today.
Go ahead. Tell me everything you learned.
First, wake up and get up are 2 different actions.
Correct. And a very important difference, too.
Then, take a shower and have a shower both work fine.
Yes, exactly right.
We also learned sequencing words. First, then, after that, finally.
Good memory. Those words connect our ideas smoothly.
And today, frequency words. Always, usually, sometimes, and never.
Don't forget commute, our brand new word.
Right. Commute means the trip to work or school.
You remembered everything perfectly, honestly.
I think the sandwich and the necklace really helped me.
Analogies always make grammar feel much easier to understand.
I'm going to think about my boring morning very differently now.
That's exactly the goal of this whole episode.
Thank you for teaching me, Nora. I mean that honestly.
Thank you for trying so hard today, George.
All right, everyone, that's our episode for today.
We really hope this made your mornings feel easier to describe.
If it helped you, please share this episode with a friend.
And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a new episode.
We would genuinely love to hear from all of you.
Tell us in the comments, what time do you usually wake up?
Try answering with one of today's new words if you can.
We promise we really do read every single comment.
Until next time, keep practicing your English every single day.
Goodbye, everyone. Take good care of yourselves.
Bye-bye. See you all very soon.